Here we are, folks, at the newly repaved, revamped, remodeled Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of Ethan Hamill's Guitar Center 500. And you could tell it's been revamped because it's the 2013 mod with all Sprint Cup nationwide logos on the grass and a perfect, beautiful yellow walls and that big monitor, the biggest in the Sprint Cup, any Sprint Cup Series track. And yeah, I could pretty much tell this is going to be a fun race to do. Anyway, on the pole today it is the 5 of John Radican, on the outside is the 1 of Jacob Lawler. Starting third is the 01 of Sarah Yitzhonk, and fourth is the 70 Chris Harley. And starting fifth is Austin Geip in the 51, and sixth is the 32 Dylan Young, and and seventh is the 12 Rod Houston, and eighth is the 77 of Dom Capps. Starting ninth is the 43 Marshall Rich, and rounding out the top 10, the 19 of David Rochester. And now, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the cars are rolling off the track. And yeah, this is the newly repaved Charlotte Motor Speedway, the most recent you could ever get. And by the way, the 10 of the last 12 races, we have only 12 races left this season, they're all going to be at NASCAR Sprint Cup tracks. So that's going to be very homecoming for some of these drivers. And now it's going to be green here for 30 laps. Here we go, John Radican gonna lead to the stripe as the green flag will wave. We're underway at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Last race, Tim Freilich ended a winless drought, and now John Radican. This is the same track where he got his recent victory at the 100 Pokemon Cup race. And now he's gonna try to go 2 in a row at Charlotte. Here comes Sarah Yitzhonk competing for the lead. First lap though is going to John Radican. He led the final lap back at Charlotte. Now he's going to lead the first lap this season. Oh, John Radican going a little bit. Oh, look at that 12 got into the bottom, but he saved it. Here comes the 51 of Austin Geip going for the lead. Here comes Lawler. Oh, there's another big mess. And another save by the 12, and the 12 just can't keep his momentum, apparently, in a track. Here comes Lawler. He goes down the bottom for a brief moment. There was smoke behind where the save was held. They saved it, thank goodness. Uh-oh, Marshall Rich and the John Radican all being bumper to bumper. But the 1 of Jacob Lawler trying to make a move on Geip, but Marshall Rich trying to make a 3-wide battle. He's got it. Oh, 70 a little loose. 4 wide for the lead. Wow. And by the way, that wall back there is almost similar to the Indianapolis wall, and I can't wait for Indy because that's going to be a sure wreck fest. And the lead to the stripe. Wow, Chris Harley by a nose. He led to the stripe. Uh-oh, bumper to bumper Navarro 4-1. I am surprised they have yet to wreck out this race. They haven't wrecked this race at all. Uh-oh, here comes Dom Capps. Dom Capps going for it. Oh, and there's smoke behind. There's a spin between the 31. LaPlante spun. And there's a big wreck behind as David Rochester led. They were about to go 3 wide per second. There was a spin in the final. Oh, there's a spin between Rochester behind the leaders. I just saw them spin. And I can't believe it, they spun. Wow, they spun. And I think Navarre was the only one that didn't get damaged. Wow. Oh my goodness, they spun. Wow. But the caution came out for Austin LaPlante's Big Smith on the final turn. And here's what happened. There was a wreck behind us. Let's see if we can get a good view. I think this may be a good view. And here it is, the spin, as they're 4 wide and the 31 clipped by the 70. They spun out. The 43 was involved. And whoa, he actually crossed the line under caution. He may keep whatever position he has. Ryan Acosta, Freilich all flipped. And a big pileup behind them. More drivers. 87 to 79. Ryan Camden, who's subbing in for Michelle Samedi for the second race in a row. But Samedi is going to return to Kentucky, and she will be back in time for the Super Snack 500. Ryan Acosta was in it. Rod Houston was in it. And after the and during the caution, the leaders actually spun themselves out. I'm not even joking. And here it is from TV2. There you see it went 3 wide. John Ranikin, David Rochester spun out. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen anything like this. No, I've rarely seen anything like this, but wow, they've spun. The 3 drivers spun. I'm not sure if they're going to get back online and they're going to be back as the leaders. Yeah, he's going to zoom by and he's going to be alright and he's going to be able to lead. So thank goodness that nothing went wrong. That really did not affect the leaders. But wow, I can't believe it, they'd wreck like that. And under caution too. Under the caution period too. Unusual. And Austin Geip overheated. He's out of the race. Tim Freilich is out already. And Ryan Acosta is out. Devin Wichton, not sure about him, as the others are just trying to get back under the line. They may have pitted. I think almost more, and not all of the field, might have pitted somewhat. Except for the leaders, I think. Except for maybe the leaders. And Marshall Rich is going to be a lap down, so I'm pretty sure that they might be on the bottom at this lap. And he's going to be on the bottom at this lap, so that might be a factor in the leaders. That's going to make things even more interesting. David Rochester, your leader still, even after that little incident they had under caution, Rochester is still the leader. Then it's Angel Navarro, Dom Capps, John Radigan, and Jacob Lawler in the top 5. Many familiar names in the field. And Marshall Rich is going to be on the bottom as a lap car. This is going to be pretty interesting if Rich has speed. Here we go. Green flag's out. And top 3 pretty much was never a factor for the 43. Uh-oh, 43 held up some drivers behind. And they're holding up Lawler. It held up Jacob Lawler. That's going to cost him several spots. And Sosnowski's also being held up behind them as well. And a good start by David Rochester thanks to the help of the lap car. There'll be 20 to go here at Charlotte. Dom Capps, oh, he's closing in really quick. Dom Capps, Angel Navarro, big closing in quick. These guys are going to try to do the same thing, trying to even be a competitor for the lead. Alan Smith in 4th. He's been so close many times. He's trying to redeem. Oh, and there's a spin between the 60 of Gene Sanford and the caution's out. Race to the line. It's David Rochester. And there was a spin between Gene Sanford. Let's see what happened to her. Oh, that was a wreck. There was another one. And it was another doozy. And here's what happened. They were all getting under the line, and then Leah Walker gets up to Ryan Camden and Gene Sanford, and then Scott Ferguson had some damage as well. Camden held up a little bit by the 60. This is not how he wanted to race in the 79, but this is probably his last race of his 2-race tour as he's subbing in for Michelle Samedi. Samedi had an injury at Joe Gibbs, and she asked Camden to fill in for the 79 for the 2 races. He already had 1 race, now he had 2 races, and so Samedi will be back in the 79 in Kentucky, just in time maybe for the Super Snack 500. And no one's pitting at this point. Back here as we're going to be getting the 1 to go signal to get back under green. No one retired from that second caution, and a little surprised because Camden had some damage and so did Sanford and Leah Walker, but no one retired, and so we're going to get back under green with 15 to go. And now you see Marshall Rich is still on the bottom. This may be the last time we see him on the bottom of the leader. In this case, it's the 19 of David Rochester. Dom Capps second. He tried to make a run on the 19, but then the caution came out. Then Navarro, Alan Smith, and Chris Harley in the top 5. Here we go. We're getting back under green. Last time, it was never a factor for these guys, but it did held up the 5th spot of once held by Jacob Lawler, so could that be the case again today? Green's out again here at Charlotte. And I think the top 5 may be safe to say they're pretty much in the clear from the 43. And David Rochester is using it again to make his move, but Dom Capps cools in again. Alan Smith in 3rd. He's going to make a move on Navarro. 14 to go here at Charlotte. As we see the 2 drivers, Capps is trying to trying to get back when he started. Trying to pass the lead. Meanwhile, a 3-wide battle between the Brews in the 4th spot. Smith wants to get in on it. And here they come towards that turn. Can Capps make it? He does. Trevor Harvey in the 4th mix. The caution's out again, I think. Here they come towards the bottom. Yes, the caution's out. And Rochester did it again. He made it. Rochester made it despite a harder charge from Dom Capps. Wow. And here's what happened, and it had at least one driver flipping. Literally flipping. 4-wide battle between these 4 got ugly quick. Mason Wood, Rod Houston, the 66, 31, 27, and the driver, oh wow, Marshall Rich, the lapped car. The lapped car got involved. And then there was more behind. And he got stuck up on the rails. He got up on the rails. Amazing. There's Leia. There's more wrecking. Leia Walker got hit as well. The 87 is hit. The 12 is hit. Rod Houston. He's not having a great day anyway. And let's go on board with Marshall Rich. He was the lap car in this Wow. My goodness. That's how he got stuck up on the rails. That's just incredible. Wow. And let's see. Dustin Ray, Leia Walker, and Marshall Rich is now 2 laps down, but he isn't giving up. However, there's less than 10 laps to go. Oh, now he's giving up. Marshall Rich is now giving up finally, and there's not going to be any more lap cars at all at this race. Wow. What a big race so far. That's just amazing. It's been an amazing race so far. David Rochester is still the leader. He's been dominant here this race so far, but he has had hard charges from Dom Capps all day, and Capps is a little furious that he couldn't complete him because of the cautions right now. So Capps is trying to eye his prize, trying to make his eye on the prize. Smith is now third, Harvey fourth, and Navarro fifth. So that's your top 5 competing for the win. We'll have 9 laps to go when we get back under green. And it's going to be a big 9 laps. And I'm not sure how you can show this to the big screen at Charlotte, but well, yeah, it doesn't work that way. But at least we have ourselves the big screen for the fans to see all the action. Yeah, so if you thought Charlotte was crazy, wait till you see Kentucky. That's also the 2013 revamped Kentucky, so that I'm excited for that too. Here we go. No lap car to be in front, so Caps could have an advantage. Let's see, the green's out. Not much of a big start for the 19. Oh, Smith didn't get a good run. Harvey's going for third. Both Harvey and Caps came in the late of the season, and they both want to win again this season. Caps has not won a race since M&M's in season 3. He's finished second twice this season, and just in a part-time ride. He's trying to make it. And so is Harvey, trying to get another win in his resume. It would be his 5th career win for Harvey, and his first since season 4. Last season, he got 4 wins. Here comes Caps. Caps finally completes the pass over Rochester. Now there'll be 7 to go. A new competitor, Kyle Beck. Now on the bumper, Trevor Harvey trying to make a move over Kyle Beck. And the other leader, they're catching up. There could be more competitors on the way. 3 wide battle. 4 wide could it be? It could be 4. Oh, now the 77 hits the wall a little bit. As he's in the 20th, Kyle Beck makes the move. Alan Smith trying to make it. His teammate, the 32, Dylan Young. Dylan Young trying to win 2. And host driver Ethan Hamill makes the top 5. We haven't talked about him all day. 6 to go. And now Young makes the move. Young gets it. But here comes the 32. Will he make a move? No, the 55, I mean. 54, Charles Roberts trying to get a victory lane for the 3rd time this season. 5 to go at Charlotte. Young trying to block all the lanes as much as possible. Oh, there's a spin between Caps. Oh, the 55 saved it. And no caution. No caution, they saved it. But their chances of a victory have ended. They've just saved it. Wow. But nevertheless, it's going to be an easier battle for the 32. 4 to go. We'll get back to that little calamity a little later. But first we have the battle. Here comes lap car Zach Robinson. Will it be a factor for the 32? 3 wide for second. Sosnowski is now in the pits. Here comes the lap car. Oh, and now the 32 clears him, but the 54 has nowhere to go, and he gets held up. 3 to go, it's down to these 3. Oh, now Roberts makes the move. Sosnowski is now on the bottom for the lead. Here comes Kyle Sosnowski, trying to make a move again, trying to get back to victory lane again. Here they come, Sosnowski's trying to make a move with 2 to go. Roberts trying to have a chance, trying to make a comeback. It's down to these 3. Jump, Thoma, the points leader in the top 5. This will be a great day for him. He's going to keep that lead for a while. Oh, maybe. Here comes the white flag as Charles Sosnowski and Charles Roberts in the lead. White flag. If we get another wreck, we're going to race into the line anyway. Here comes Roberts. Can Charles Roberts do it? He's got it. Thoman has one more chance. Can he do it too? Will it be 3 wins for Thoman? Sosnowski hang out. Here comes final turn. Roberts and Thoman. 3 wide battle. It's going to be a close race. It's going to be Charles Dragon Roberts winning it again. again. And they were approaching the flat cars as well. Wow. And the 54, Charles Roberts wins again, and this time at Lowe's. I mean Charlotte. Whatever you call it. Thoman probably would have had the line in the next lap. Wow. But Thoman gets a third place finish out of all that as the points leader. That would have been amazing. That's amazing. Wow. And here's the race to the line. It was close. And here's the race for Charles Roberts and Kyle Sosnowski. Wow, that was close. But Charles Roberts was able to hang on and win. Another race here for him in the 54 machine. He beat out the 7 by inches to win it. That was incredible. So your winner tonight is Charles Dragon Roberts here at Charlotte. And then Dylan Young came in 4th. And Colin McNaught was 5th. James Shelley, Dom Camp, John McNamara, Heath Vade Arbu, and Scott Ferguson in the top 10. And here's the rest of the field. But I've got to wonder what happened back there. We've had a wreck a couple of laps ago. Involved I thought that would bring out a caution. Apparently it never did. I'm not sure how this happened. I've got to see it. I got to see this for myself. Let's see. And that's where we'll end it there. Before we end this race, we got to see what happened to these other 3. Because I do remember it was Alan Smith and Kyle Beck competing. David Rochester was competing. And then it all went up in smoke in a couple laps just before we about to hit it. If there was another caution that period, the race would have been over. Definitely the race would have been over. Oh, I was about to get it. Almost there. Almost there. I think around here it was a 3-wide battle. Roberts. Oh, now Rochester, Beck, and Smith both collide the wall. They never spun out. But nevertheless, they collided the wall. And if the 33 didn't react in time, he probably would have wrecked because of that little opening they had in the wall. The same thing they've had in Indy. That would have been a factor here. And there was debris flying everywhere. And Dylan Young took the advantage, but Charles Roberts, though, is going to come out with the victory. And that'll do it here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Charles Roberts wins again here at Charlotte. And let's look at your standings now, heading into Kentucky, as Stolman is extended his lead just by 45 points. Avi Sachs is 3rd, Ethan Hamill up to 4th, Kyle Sosnowski 5th, Pichu 6th, Ragow 7th, LaPlante 8th, Parasol's 9th, and Ryan Acosta is now in 10th. And 21st and 22nd are Billy Bishop and Charles Roberts. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Charles Roberts is now a member of the 3-Win Club. Congrats to Charles Roberts becoming the 3rd member of the 3-Win Club. And he's the 3rd driver to win 3 wins this season. Avi Sachs and Charles Roberts were the others of 3 wins. Thoman actually won 3 races, but that 3rd win somewhat glitched, didn't count in the standings. Neither did Sosnowski's 2nd win, because they all were ruled retired when the race ended, so that's why you don't see it. Billy Bishop and Charles Roberts are in 21st and 22nd, and 23rd and below are on your screen. As we welcome Charles Roberts into the 3-win-a-season club, and now he's won 3 races this season. It's such an incredible achievement, but however, the championship is long out of reach for Roberts unless a miracle happens. So, and Camden did well. He did well in the 2 races. He would have done a little better, but he did well. So Michelle Sametti's going to return the 79 in time for our next race, Kentucky Speedway. For the 48 fam from KY, Kentucky's Live for Christ 500. Yep, KY is in his name. So, and that's where we're heading. And this is probably the revamped, repaved 2013 version. And then after Kentucky, it's the Big Super Snack 500. I can't wait for that either, so